Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. This is episode 37 of my gameplay on Willamina Forest. If this is what you're looking for, please stay tuned. Alright folks, welcome back to Willamina Forest. So first off, I want to give you guys a quick update. If you didn't catch the stream, go watch that. That's kind of serving as like episode 36 essentially. This is episode 37. I am going to start streaming parts of Willamina Forest. I hope that's okay with most of you. Though I do want to know your opinions of that. If you would rather me start a new series to just stream with one series and then keep this one as it was before, let me know down in the comments. If I only get a couple people that comment that that's what I should do, I'm not going to change anything that I'm doing now. But yeah, but anyhow, in case you don't like to watch live streams or it's not your thing, I am going to make it so I just give you a quick update at the beginning of the following episode to let you know everything that happened. So first off, we did sell off our sunflowers. We harvested our soy and sold that off. We sold that off at that price. We sold the soy off at that price there. So the soy was in this field over here, or these fields. So we harvested those. And sold all that off, so that's why our money has gone up a fair amount. We also added in, I did add in a couple of mods. The first one I added in was this one. I just added that in for comparison. I'm not actually going to use it in this series. I use that on No Man's Land. But what I was comparing it to was these two mods that I looked at. And the reason I added in two, and one day I know it's kind of against my rules, but I did it just because it was for a live stream, just so we could kind of talk about which one. But I think this is the one we did go with. 10.8 meters, 9 miles an hour, 200 horsepower required. That's one I'll probably just take out, so we ended up buying that. So I wanted to use something different on this series, so I bought that as our cultivator, and here it is right here. And we've already gotten to use it, which is fantastic. So anyhow, we also harvested the sugar beets off of this field, and now we actually need to get the sugar beet harvest going on this field right here. And then in these fields, we did decide in the stream, we are going to plant corn in both of these fields. So that is our next goal. Since we already planted sugar beets there, we're going to get corn in these two fields here. And that will be what we will do. So that's kind of what we got going on. I want to get some more forestry done this episode. I might do a time lapse of some forestry. We'll kind of see how it goes. But right now, actually, I can't. I'm going to just turn this off. So we did our damage rolls for today in the game, for in-game. Everything was fine except for the Waratah header. That got a $3,000 bill to it, and I couldn't use it for the whole day. So I can't use that until tomorrow. So I can't actually take any trees out down here, but I can drive around in this bad boy, and I can go around and use it to chop down some trees if I want to. So that's definitely an option I have out here, which I may end up doing just to get some of the little trees knocked out, but I can't do any other forestry. So our main goal right now is going to be to get harvest done, get our fields repurposed, and get everything going over to the biogas plant that we need to as far as sugar beets go. I don't know how this episode's going to go, where it's going to take us or anything like this. And I can't remember if I mentioned this before, but Why So Serious said we should start using the HOT greenhouses. We are using the onion ones for now, but yeah, so that's just what we got going on. I will add a time lapse of me adding something in on the map in this episode, so we'll do that. And actually, we do need to hop up here and get this taken care of real quick. So that way we're still getting stuff produced. And the other thing as well, we did add in a second honey production plant actually in the stream as well. So we have two honey production plants over here, which actually we need to get one of those going. So let's go over, let's see what we have over there going on. At some point we could sell all the wood chips and stuff here that we have, because we have quite a bit there, so we'll probably make a decent chunk of change from that. Let's go over there and see what we got going on. I think I'm just going to push all of these guys into this guy right here, because this, we can turn them into boards if we need to, otherwise we can turn them into pallets. So I'm just gonna, just to get them out of the way here, actually let's just throw these guys in, because we usually make too many beams anyways. We can probably drag them back. Theoretically that's going somewhere. I wonder if it's not because it's there we go. Yep, it was tipped at the wrong angle. Okay, well, so that does matter. Let's get in here and grab a couple more of these guys. Let's see how many we can get. We might be able to get 3 of them at a time. Nope, maybe just 2. No worries, we'll get them going in. It's not going to take us too long now. We figured out what we need to do here. Oop, I don't want to hit them maybe like that, but we probably can just do this and just drag them back. I'm assuming they'll probably go in. We'll see in a second. Oh no, we got to lift them up just a touch to get them to go in, but that's no big deal there. So yeah, I don't know how long this episode will be or where it will go, but that's just kind of where we're sitting for now. I am going to do 2 live streams a week on Farmer Cop and 2 live streams a week on Gamer Cop, which is my other channel. Those will happen on Mondays and Wednesdays at varying times. Usually it'll be, I think we're going to do 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So depending on where you're at, you may not be able to watch or not. But I usually have all my videos like that available for you to watch after the fact anyways. But yeah, so we're going to do that. And I don't know if I'm going to stream 2 episodes of this a week on there, or if I'm going to do part of another series, or maybe do a little bit of No Man's Land. But we'll kind of see how it goes from there. So that's... all right, what do we need to do here? Let's think. Let us think. We need to get and see if we have any barrels, actually, is what we need to do. Onions are good. I know, and again, I'm going to lower it down, so we're only going to pull 1 a day out of each of those, because I think it's just so excessive. And I am going to put the forklift up for sale as well. Where's our other stuff here? Honey production. Where's the barrels? Barrels, there we go. Okay, how many do you have? Perfect, 6 pallets of barrels. That'll do the trick. Let's put, say, how many do we have? 3? Yeah, let's try to put 4 in one, maybe, in the new one. The new one I haven't landscaped in, actually. Let's do that real quick. That doesn't look good at all. Let's get that landscaped in. There we go. That looks much better. Yeah. Okay, now it actually looks like it's supposed to be there, as opposed to it being an accident. And I know where the end point is on this, so we'll get those barrels put in, get some more honey produced, and hopefully make us some more money. So yeah, we just want to keep these 2 honey production plants running at all times, which I'm pretty sure we should be able to do without any issues. Let's actually see, what do those 2 have? So this is the new one down here, the bottom one. The new one has 15,000 liters now, and the old one has 12,000. So actually it really doesn't matter. I guess we could put 2 in the old here, and then yeah, so we'll do it the original plan, I guess, is put 4 of these in the new one. I mean, we got all of them. Well, we can just do, I think we should be able to just get 1 to feed into there. Upper D's almost full of sugar beets. I'm shocked. Yeah, let's just get one of those guys to drain in there. Oh, it looks like 2 are draining. That's fine. 2 wish to drain in there. That's okay with me. There we go. We'll just let that one drain into there. Okay, and we'll just scoot this back, and we'll put this one into this one here, and that should give them plenty of barrels for a little while. Beautiful. Okay, fantastic. All right, let's go drive this back over to the main sawmill, and then we'll go empty out the tank of that sugar beet harvester, which sugar beets are doing great from us. I think it was Green Yellow Ducky in the stream was talking about how we should get the triple wide header for the sugar beet harvester, which that might not be a bad thing to do. I mean, obviously it would speed things up, and say not, it wouldn't probably speed things up, it would speed things up, but we'll see if we end up doing that or not. We'll go ahead and just get this guy parked here, shut you off. I think what we are going to do, though, because I think we might end up needing it, well, we'll do that in a second here. Let's go over to, how are you doing? You're going to be full in a second. Where is the truck? Right here. Perfect. So you got some space in there. We did take a couple loads as well on the stream to the biogas plant, so we'll need to get those down there as well. This guy should be full, probably halfway up or so, maybe on this. Maybe not quite that much. I mean, they fill up super quick. Okay. We need to get that field repurposed as well. We need to get that going right away. All right, and are you full yet? Just about. I would think it would be just about full. I guess I did say halfway up. Well, we're over halfway now, I think, but there we go. Okay, beautiful. You'll be able to unload that, no problem. Let you do that. That actually unloading? Yep, okay. We need to actually do this as well, because we need to start getting that field repurposed. Let's grab our slurry spreader and start spreading digestate out on those fields out there. Oh, we can get them fertilized, and then we'll use just solid fertilizer over the top. Or might even use digestate again. We have so much digestate, especially with our sugar beets. And I know, I think it was Ome Koskos that said we should get the digestate turned into solid fertilizer using the fertilizer factory. That might be something we have to end up doing here pretty soon because we have so much of it. But yeah, we just have a ton. And on the stream, they did say we should get chickens as well on this map, which I know I said originally I wasn't going to do a lot of... I wasn't going to do a lot of animals, and I still want to kind of keep it that way. But chicken, something like maybe like a small modded chicken pen where there's just a few chickens maybe. I think something like that would be probably okay. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I'm not going to commit to anything here, but make sure you do let me know what you guys think about that sort of thing, so I know what we should do as far as that all goes. But you work on that, and then we need to get... You are going to need to get ready to go to plow that out. And then we need to look in the store. We do have a little bit of money since we sold some stuff off, and we're going to get some more from the BGA tonight. I'm hoping we get to the point soon where we have enough money rolling in from our crops that we can just destroy trees without having to having to worry about it or like be sad about not making money off of it. Or at least wood chip more of them. Maybe that'll be what I'll do. I know we've been doing a lot of forestry and making really good money off of it, but since the forestry header's down, I might just wood chip a bunch of those just to start getting them pushed through so we can start getting more fields put out. I really want to get some more fields done, and I want to keep expanding the farm as we've been going. So yeah, and I don't know where this series is going. Honestly, I have a kind of a plan of where I want it to go, and I think that's what I'm going to stick to for now, but let me know what you guys think. I mean, I want to hear back from you guys. There's a lot of new maps coming out. There's tons of cool stuff out and about, and I want to make sure I get I want to get another series going here soon as well, because I think there's a lot of cool maps to do. But okay, we got that taken care of. So over here, our forklift, we're gonna sell it off. I'm gonna sell it to you guys. Let's see what we bought new. New, it was 37,000, and what is it worth right now in the garage? Let us see here. Let's see, where are we at? I definitely would have had to have passed it by now, I'm pretty sure. Go back down here. Oh yeah, I guess I was up there pretty far. Yeah, okay, here it is, 26,000. So I'm gonna sell it because that thing doesn't have, how many hours does that have on it? Yeah, 0.8 hours, less than an hour. I'm gonna sell it to you guys for, and I know this is, I'm gonna be losing a little bit on this, but I'd like to get, for the forklift, and I'm gonna write this down, I think a reasonable offer would be above 30,000, like 32,000 would be good. So anything above 30,000, I'll take the first offer of 30,000 or above for the forklift. And I think we've sold all of these here. I just have to go read through and make sure I announce who they're going to correctly. So I need to go do that to make sure I get that taken care of. But I will do that so we can make sure those are sold off to the appropriate people. But I'm pretty sure we've sold all of them. If not, I'll mention it, but that's one thing I'm going to check for. Yes, what we were going to do as well, so a couple purchases we need to make. So first off, as far as getting the onions out of where they're at, I think a telehandler would be probably one of the best options, which I can't remember who commented it, but I will go back and check. I feel like I'm missing like comments that I wrote down, like it's like not a fun thing. I think I wrote a bunch down and somehow lost them or something, but we don't need anything crazy, so I think we are going to buy this. So yeah, let me go ahead and buy this. And let me write down, I'm going to write down something real quick as well, because I want to write down who told me I should do this. And I want to go find that person and thank them. All right, let's go ahead and grab that. We'll buy that from the store. 69 grand, that'll be worth it. It'll be worthwhile for us. And we are, in order to get those out, we're going to use, it's going to be under here, isn't it? I don't know what I'm doing. Telehandler, the CSZ pack, or the CSZ pack, depending on where you live. For me, it should be the CSZ pack. I think I just have heard Mr. Silly P say CSZ so many times, I just do that. But we are going to buy the big bag handler to work with that. And now, another thing we're going to buy, and I know I mentioned this, I put this mod in a while ago because I wanted to try it out, and I want to use it at the BGA. So we are going to buy this officially now. I want it black. I kind of like that look there. Black for... kind of, well, I like the rims that way, but I like the little black accent on that. So yeah, we'll do that. Windows original, light tint, dark tint. I like the dark tint. That looks dark. High dark tint. It's a little intense there. We'll go just the dark tint. Michelin. We can do knock-ins or yeah, Michelin. We'll keep the Michelin. So we'll set up. Oh, those things look sweet. Those do too. There's all sorts of cool tires in here. I really like those actually. Those are really beefy there. We're gonna get those. Those look like they're almost like solid filled, but. Okay, so 95,000, we're going to buy that. I know we just got a bunch of money. We're spending it all. I know. but we're gonna probably get 150 or 1,000 or so from the BGA. Maybe not quite that much, maybe around 100,000, but we're gonna get a lot from it. So let's go. This is, I think, the biggest bucket available. I think we already owned one of those as well. Yeah, I have 2 now. So we owned one, and it's sitting over at the sawmill. But let's go jump over. And also, too, I drove our fertilizer spreaders off of the... it wasn't even my fault. I was just in it, and I walked away. I swear. This is... So I was in it, and I walked away, and it just drove off the edge. The worker finished, and I was just going off doing something, and it just flew off the edge. So I have to get that driven back to the farm now. Ooh, I didn't know this thing was a... Can we adjust the steering on that? Oh, we can't. That might drive me over the edge. I might actually have to return this. I'll try it. I've never used it before. It's cheaper. I say I hate the that center steering there, but maybe I need to get better at it. So, okay, we'll have this guy drive back to the farm. Let's get that going for us here. Go back to the farm. Beautiful. And actually, what is our volume set at on here? I'm looking at my recording, and I don't think it's coming through the way it should. There we go. Now you guys actually probably can hear what's going on. Though, of course, I got driven away, but that's fine. And then we have our new wheel loader here, which will be fantastic. Beautiful. And I really appreciate a lot of you guys have really been engaging with content on the Discord. You guys have been buying and selling tractors and equipment from each other, which is awesome. I think that's just fantastic. You guys are doing that. Get another sip of coffee there. But yeah, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to get this driven down to the BGA. I'm going to finish up the sugar beet harvest, get these guys repurposed for corn. And I don't think we're going to do a silage harvest or anything like that. We're just going to harvest them corn as a grain off of these 2 fields. And then what I'm going to do is probably do some wood chipping up here, and then I'm going to make sure I know who, I need to not crash as well, but I'm going to make sure I know who bought all of the used equipment out there, obviously other than the forklift. And then I'll give shout outs to those people when we bring back in, and I'm going to try to find out what I did with all my comments. If not, I'll go try to look them all up again. But yeah, so we'll do that. I'll go check the last episode and whatnot and see what I missed and everything like that. But that should be where we're going with this. And then I do want to do a time lapse. So I might actually do, the next thing you might see is actually probably going to be a time lapse. So you guys are going to see a time lapse, and then I'll bring you guys back in and we'll talk about a couple of things. So anyway, guys, I will see you later on. All right, folks, welcome back. So you just saw the little time lapse of what we added in here. This is a nice little tropical paradise, I think. So this is kind of a combination of a few ideas I'm bringing together. Well, this is just the start of some of them, but this is an idea from, let me find it on here. So on my list here, this is an idea from Kirsty Howden to add a restaurant. So this isn't a real, I know it says sweet shop, but we're just going to role play. It's a restaurant. You can eat out here on the beach. They have outdoor seating. This whole nice atmosphere. So that's what I'm trying to blend that idea in to kind of really work with the map. Little parking lot down here. But yeah, I thought it turned out fairly nice. I'm pretty happy with how that went. Get out over here, and I love these things really just kind of fit. Oh dear, well, we're in the water. I say these things really just kind of fit right in. Just having the little beach chairs up here, and I don't know, maybe you can rent out the little shack here or whatever the case may be. I didn't even know those doors open. That is awesome. Lights come on. But yeah, so anyhow, I thought this would be a nice little addition to the town. And thank you, Kirsty, for that idea with that to kind of start that off. But that's fantastic. I did realize I lost probably a page of comments. I have no idea where they went, but I went back and I read a bunch of comments and realized I didn't remember a lot of those. Like, or I remembered writing them down, but I don't know where they're at now. So I do apologize. I'm gonna have to catch back up on that. But I did go scan through to find some comments that did matter as far as who's buying what. So we're gonna go over that here in just a second when we get back there. But yeah, so that's what I got for you. We're gonna do a few more things here. I hope you guys enjoyed that time lapse, and if you want me to keep doing them, I'm happy to do that. But we are gonna wrap up the episode here shortly. Well, I say shortly, probably 10 to 15 minutes from now. But yeah, so we're gonna go forward with what we got going on, get this back to the farm, and actually let's see, is the sawmill stopped? It is. Okay, let's go and unload that or get that moving again real quick while that guy drives back. Beautiful. And if you've left ideas as far as stuff that you want me to do in Willamina Forest, don't worry, I haven't forgotten about you. I may have lost your paper I've written. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think I lost any ideas that you guys gave me, but because Kirsty had commented that quite a while ago, but I didn't forget. I wait until I get the right time, or I do things as I need to there. But let's get you hired back up. I paused everything while I was doing the time lapse and slowed the time down, but now we can get everything going again. You're going to be the main thing we want to get going. Are you back up so we can get corn planted in here again? And actually, how much horsepower does our John Deere have? I didn't do any forestry yet. I was mostly just running around taking care of this stuff. Oh, we got to go all the way back to the beginning here. Where is our equipment? All right, let's see in here. Okay, the John Deere. Where are you at, John Deere? Tractor, that is. That's the self-propelled sprayer. There you are. Okay, how much horsepower do you have? 300, and that means you can pull our seeder, I'm pretty sure, because I'm pretty sure the seeder is 280 is what it requires. Yeah, 280. Okay, perfect. Let's get him hooked up to the seeder then. That's who we'll use for that. Leave that out here. Oh, and as far as the fertilizer spreader goes, so I did, as you know, I drove it off into the lake on accident. Well, the worker drove it off in the lake. Well, essentially, they just kind of stopped working, and then the thing just kept going and went off into the lake. So anyhow, I had to reset it, as you know, since it's back up at the shop. But that means I lost however much fertilizer we had in there. So we probably lost, gosh, we probably lost $30,000 or $40,000 of it. Well, maybe not quite that much because we don't get it for that expensive. But we probably lost $15,000, $20,000 worth of fertilizer. So I did buy some more fertilizer. So that way we could refill that. So I just bought it while we were down at the store. I actually bought a little too much. There's still a little bit down there, but let's get this hooked up here. And you guys have been leaving out some fantastic, or leaving down below some fantastic police questions for me to answer. So I will do that. I did tell a police story in the live stream, but I'm going to talk or answer one of your police questions here in the not so live stream of not being a not being a stream at all. So I'm going to answer those in a second here. But let's just get this guy set up to plant corn. I don't want him to start yet because he'll probably get through this pretty quickly. Also don't want to get going too fast because he obviously loses control pretty easily. Okay. Get you looped around there. It is a massive cedar. Right, you can just chill right there. Beautiful. We'll turn you off for now. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so let's go ahead. I'll tell a little police story here, answer a little police question. So I can't remember. Gosh, I should have looked at who said it, but I do remember this question because it was a great question. If you left it in the comments, I do. Oh, wait, before we do that, no, we'll go sell the equipment in a second. We'll do that after this. But, so I do apologize if you were the one that commented that. I'm not trying to be disrespectful at all. I seriously don't know where all those I remember writing them all down. Because if I respond to you, or I leave a heart on your comment, or I like your comment, that means I read it and I wrote down anything that needed to be written down. So I don't know where all my comments went, but I apparently lost them all. Anyhow, so someone asked about speed enforcement, like how do I decide where I do speed enforcement? And they gave a couple of factors in their question, like do I do it in an area where people tend to speed more? Or do I do it in areas where we have lots of collisions? Or do I do it in areas where like it's like a school zone or like a hospital area or something like that? And to be honest, it's kind of a combination of all three. And what I mean by that, and I'll explain that. So the first one, as far as do I do it where people speed? Yes, I do. If people aren't speeding, there's no sense in me doing speed enforcement because there's not a issue there. But I don't go out of my way to just, I don't go to like, let me put it this way. I have highways coming into my town, and when they come into my town, they come in from all sorts of different angles. But then when they do come in at multiple spots, I don't just, as soon as people get to the lower speed limit, I don't give them like no seconds to slow down like they pass that sign. Because legally speaking in Washington, as soon as you pass the speed sign, you have to be going that new speed limit. I don't just immediately stop them. Now, do I do speed enforcement in those areas? Yes, but I usually give them a good half mile to slow down, or I give them a decent amount of time. Or one of our highways that comes in on a big curve, so I give them until the curve to slow down, because going that fast around the curve is actually dangerous, and that's why one of the reasons why the speed lowers. So stuff like that. It's like, yes, I do it where there's people speeding, because if I do it where there's nobody speeding, then I'm not going to make any traffic stops, and it's not actually a good use of my time. Good use of my time is to actually help solve the problem by enforcing the speed, or at least warning people for speed so that people start to slow down, and it tends to work pretty well. Now, as far as picking spots, yes, if we have a lot of collisions, which is that turn I just talked about where people go too fast around that corner because they don't slow down coming off the highway, that one we do have a lot of collisions, especially in the wintertime with ice and snow and what have you. So that one I like to do a lot of speed enforcement on, and it's just constant. There's always speed, and it does work. If you go out there, and if I hammer that area for like 2 weeks, and then I go out there again periodically, as long as I just don't ever go back out there, people do seriously slow down. Like it does work. It's effective. I find way less people speeding after I do it for a few days than I did before. So it is an extremely effective way to do speed enforcement. And then school zones, hospitals. Yes, I do school zones and stuff. I'm on day shift, so I will go to school zones sometimes when school's in session or getting let out and whatnot, and I will try to stop people for speeding there, mostly because that's a serious safety issue with kids running around. We don't really have any slow roads, I should say, around the hospitals that we have, so there's not really any speed enforcement done there. But yes, I do try to choose where I think it's actually going to do something. I'm not just going out there, and a lot of people think, oh well, cities write tickets because that's tax revenue, or that's like fine revenue that goes to the city. If I write a ticket, I work for a city. If I write a ticket for a speeding ticket, that money, none of it goes to the city. None of it. It all goes to the state. Which some of the money from the state, yes, goes to the city. So technically, yes, some of it probably does go to the city, but there's no direct correlation. $0 goes to the city. None of it. As a matter of fact, it actually potentially costs the city money, depending on if you're what city. My city, it wouldn't cost money, but it costs the county money, I guess, because if someone contests a ticket, now we have to pay for the court stuff as well. Like we have to pay to operate the court, so there's that operation to run the court. So technically speaking, we probably actually lose money if I write too many tickets. But yeah, so a lot of people think that, but no, it doesn't. None of it goes to the city. It all goes to the state, and the state kind of divvies up how they do. And most of the stuff that the state does with it has nothing to do with the cities anyway, so really a whole lot doesn't affect the cities at all. There's not like they have like a budget like, oh, if we don't write 1,000 tickets this year, we're not going to make our city budget. It's like, no, it doesn't affect it at all. So that's a big myth that people have about tickets and stuff like that. But yeah, so there you have it. That's something just for you to think on. But actually, we're going to stop this guy for a second here, because I want to start seeding eventually, but I need to get this top area needs to be plowed as well. Since we did sugar beets, it's going to need to be plowed, and now that we're doing corn in it, it's going to need to be plowed again, but it's not a big deal. We'll probably end up harvesting the corn in my next live stream on here. That'll be the plan. And again, if you guys I don't want to ruin the series for half the people that don't like, I don't want like if half of you don't like live streams or don't like to watch live stream replays, then I don't want to just ruin an entire series because of, what half you like or half you don't like. Now, if a couple of you it ruins the series for, I apologize. I'm not trying to do that, but I have to please the mass. I can't just I can't do what one or two people want. I have to do what I think the majority of people want, or what I think is, you know, best for what needs to go on. But which I think a lot of you understand that in general. So, but I still don't want you to not give me feedback if it's not going the way you want. I want to know what you guys want, because maybe you're not alone, and if you give feedback, then, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, because not a ton of people comment compared to people that watch, so it's helpful. I want to get your feedback. That really does matter to me quite a bit. That's what I've kind of built this channel off of, is doing what I think you guys want, and I try to make sure I keep up with what you guys want. So anyhow, we got that done. How are you doing? Are you done over there? Beautiful. Let's get you put away real quick. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. We'll drive you back up over to the, just up over to the farmyard. Our second layer of fertilizer, we're just going to do chemical fertilizer, because I do want to use it. I don't know, I could do, gosh, part of me really wants to do a second layer of digestate, just because we have so much of it. I might just have to start using it. Yeah, we'll probably do that. I'm seriously considering investing in a second digestate spreader as well, but we'll see how that goes. And another thing I could potentially invest in is a second sugar beet harvester. That's another potential future investment. Obviously not in the near future, because we don't have the money for that. And I do probably want to invest in another digestate tank for the semi-truck, one that's going to match that one. That way we can kind of haul a chain of them back and forth. But for now, I'll just park this guy over here, and I'll make my decision in a little bit. But one thing I do want to do is I want to get, well, let's go do this real quick. I think some of you are dying, some of you don't care to know. So these three things are sold. Now, I didn't actually take the best offers, and these are actually a little bit low offers, but they're for people who I think have been a big part of this channel, and I'll give them a discount for that. So the first two things here are going to go to Martin L. He offered a package deal for $22,000 for them, so we're going to sell them in the store in a second. And this one down here is going to go to Jeff C. for $16,000. He offered more than that, but I gave him a discount because Jeff and Martin comment regularly on the channel, have been a huge part of the channel for a long time. So big thank you to them for everything that they do for the channel. We're going to go ahead and sell these guys off, and then we will go garage here. Oh, look at that. That's one of them. Sell. Yes. And then it should have it all totaled up when we exit out of here. Where is the rest of the junk? It's not junk, I promise. Sorry, that was a bad, poor choice of words. You're getting very high quality equipment. Oh gosh. And anyhow, and then obviously the forklift is for sale. So there's one of them there, and there's the other one right there. I just saw it. Beautiful. We'll sell that guy off for. So yeah, I know we lost some money on some of the stuff. It was a package deal. Oh wait, no, that's our new one. Oh, that was almost a mistake. We still lost a little bit of money on it, but it's not a big deal. We didn't get full market value for it, but I'm not too worried about it. I think we're doing fine, and I think it's worth it for our friends. 35,544 F11 minus 35,544. Actually, we actually did okay. Never mind. I thought it was a little bit worse than that, but we did okay because we're adding in 38,000 total. So we still came on top. Now, if we had sold it at the store, we would have gotten more and whatnot. But yeah, so here's what we got for sale. 0.8 hours on it, barely used. It doesn't work for onions, though. Don't buy it if you're using it for onion warehousing and what have you. It just will not work for you. Those things are starting to grow up nicely. Let's go back over right here. Yeah, somewhere in here. Ah, that's close enough. So we're going to try this out. This will be the last thing we do here before we wrap up the episode. This better work. Oh, and I will mention as well, this was Troa and Martinell that commented about this. So there you have it. Those are the people that said we should use a telehandler. I believe those are the two people. But let's grab. Oh yeah, that's much better. Look at that. We just snuck right in there and grabbed that thing. Let's just put them. Let's put them over here next to the water tank. That'll just keep them out of the way for now. And again, we're just going to do one a day because they're a little powerful. These things make a boatload of money for us, but that's okay. So yeah, $1,000 a day for each of these. That's not too bad, I don't think, or more than that, maybe 2,000 a day or whatever onions are worth. But it's probably, oh dear. Well, I don't want to do that, but we're still gonna be able to get it out just fine. Yeah, telehandler's perfect for this. Still getting used to that centerfold steering, or whatever you want to call it. Maybe, I don't know. Probably not centerfold steering. Oh gosh. Anyhow. Okay, but yeah, next episode will be live streamed, and I'll probably finish up some of the stuff off camera prior to that, but otherwise that's what we got going on. And it will be live streamed on Monday this time, not Wednesday, so make sure you stay tuned for that if you're going to come watch that. We had quite a few people watching us. The first stream I'd done in a while on Farmer Cop, and it's just now that I'm feeling more able to do it, I think I'm going to start streaming a little bit more because I enjoy streaming. It used to be really stressful for me to stream. The first couple of streams for me were super stressful, just to be completely honest, just because I was new to me and I was still very new to YouTube. But now I feel much more confident in my ability to do this, and I actually really enjoy live streaming now. Here we go, grab that. I never would have ever guessed that YouTube would be this big of a part of my life. Never would have guessed that. Never would have guessed I would have had this much fun playing Farming Simulator either. Honestly, my love for this game has just only grown since doing YouTube. It's been absolutely incredible. And seriously, I mean, I feel like most YouTubers say this and it sounds super cheesy. And they say, oh, I couldn't have done it without you, but it's true. Without you guys watching, this isn't what it is today. So I do appreciate it. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. All right. There we go. And with that, we've come to the end of this episode. If you guys enjoyed, drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button up on your screen to join the Farmer Cop channel and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you all for coming and watching.